Hi, my name is Rognerud. I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website with Entrepreneur Press and McGraw-Hill, out in the bookstores now. I am excited that you're here.
Hey, folks, this is Friday footage. This is the second one in this series where on Fridays, I show you stuff on screen. You know, basically it's like demo time, right? And I'm holding nothing back here. So anything I show, it could like fail badly, or it could really work really well. You know, death by demo or demo by death, whatever you call it, man. It seems like anytime you do it live, it crashes or things don't work out. But I have prepared today because we're going to talk about how to scale productivity through email automation. And it's a simple method, and it's done through various tools. Obviously, there's many out there, and we're going to talk about it here today. But first, just want to say thanks for coming on here. Media and Marketing Podcast. You guys are awesome out there. Thanks for sending your reviews, likes, comments, and share it out in the marketplace. And of course, on YouTube and here on live Facebook. Fantastic technology using StreamYard.com here if you haven't checked it out. And they have a new feature where you actually allowed to share a quick video as an intro. And that's what you just saw. And I put that together in Camtasia using all these tools. And, you know, things can go pretty quick, man. You don't have to make this too complex. I talk a lot about that here on these broadcasts. So, hey, thank you for coming in today, and thank you for watching and listening. Really appreciate it. It is Friday in the house, and had a great workout this morning. And man, we're getting into this workout here today, and let's simply just do it. All right, here we are. We are going to be showing you how to scale automation and your really ultimately your productivity here in dealing with all the incoming activity from your marketing. And so we're going to use Active Campaign here. There's many in this place, in this marketplace. We also use Keep, it's called now, Infusionsoft. We have, of course, our favorite for so many also out there, aweber.com. Many here that allow you to do automations. Aweber has come a long way on this, even though it's not quite where I'd like to see it yet in terms of automation, but you can definitely play the game there. Aweber is highly recommended at so many levels. So, but we're going to talk about Active Campaign, and that's what you're seeing on the screen. Go beyond email marketing with true marketing automation. Fantastic tool. I recommend it to a lot of my clients, and we had a client that launched not too long ago, completely switched over from MailChimp and over to Active Campaign, and they never looked back, man. It was sort of like, what the heck have we been doing here? And that's not a slam on MailChimp. In fact, that's a fantastic service and platform as well. Really, you need to find out what works for you and your organization, and don't get caught in the shiny object bit, right? Where, oh, this sounds really cool. Let me just switch to another tool, right? You have to build out a strategy for this, but I am going to use Active Campaign here today. So one of the issues that you may be facing, and we see it often, by the way, here's a quick pitch. If you like any help with this, or if you'd like to, if you like what you're seeing here today, you can hit me up, or you can go to the agency at chaosmap.com. That's chaosmap.com, and we'll jump on a call, see if we can help you there. So without further ado, let's dig in. So, by the way, Active Campaign, I'm not going to go through all of this here, but you can just go to the activecampaign.com website and start reading up. They have different price points here in terms of the packages, from the low end sort of starter packages at $9 a month paid yearly, up to, $200-$300, depending on your number of contacts, et cetera, right? So you can figure that out. Simple to start, simple to test this out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually dive into one of the accounts here. I'm going to show you how we think about this in terms of increasing your productivity for email automation. And let's just dive right in here. This is actually a very, very simple framework for automation through a webinar that we just launched, in fact, just this morning. And so basically, essentially, instead of you having a email, name email capture, and it goes straight to an email system with a quick follow-up that says, thank you, here's what to do next kind of thing. I mean, the bare minimum, right? We call this, by the way, an autoresponder. So it's automatic, and it goes right back out to the receiving party based on their behavior, meaning what they signed up for. And also not going to cover privacy laws here and the CAN Spam Act and things like that. Just to suffice it to say, you need to be compliant. You want to make sure it's all white hat and high integrity, all above board kind of thing, right? So now you have a good connection to that receiving party and everything is set. Well, what happens on the second day, the third day, et cetera, right? What's the logic that happens based on behavior? This is a big deal. So this sort of dynamic behavioral response thinking is definitely one that you should consider implementing for your business. And it's one that I'm going to show you baby steps of here today, but you can really get kind of complex with this, which again, mapping out a sound strategy based on content and navigation throughout your, empire can definitely be mapped out and should be mapped out, but you don't have to make this more complex than it needs to be. So what we're looking at here, if you're coming in on YouTube and live, of course, you can see it. If you're on the podcast, I'm going to walk you through it right now as much as I can visually to voice. But essentially, you have this idea that there's a sign-up form. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. It's something that everybody recognizes. Yeah, we have a name email coming in, and there needs to be a connection to the CRM system. Different ways to do that through JavaScript, through straight-up links, pop-ups, etc. But once that connection is established, you essentially end up in a segment of a database using that system. So in our case, Active Campaign. So here we have any folks that come into this webinar, they're going to be subscribing to a list, essentially. And once they subscribe to that list, there's a trigger that happens. And you can see that right at the top here. We drew a line down to a notification email, goes straight out, gets sent over to me at Chaos Map directly. I'm actually changing this to support because that goes to the entire team. In fact, if you want to send a note over to us, support@chaosmap.com is the way to do that. But anyway, the idea is that you want to have some kind of a trigger and a notification that goes out to you to indicate that the lead has come in. And that's twofold. One is, of course, great to see the system working, but also if you have a team here, you can really build this out to allow that team to reach out directly through phone calls and a more personalized message if you so choose. But the whole idea here is to scale scale the system and be more productive. So again, you have to map this out to your current world, and I'm just showing you a basic outline here. So the next thing, what happens after that notification goes out is that there's an email sent out, and that's pretty standard, right? So notification comes in, and the sort of welcome / thank you confirming email goes back out, and that email also, again, not going to get into the copy here too much today, but there should be a next step. Everything that you do should be a next, like what is next? Because I see too many emails that just, hey, thank you for, inputting. We received your information. Thank you. Okay, fine. Got that. But hey, I expected that. So now what's next? You need to set the tone for that, right? So that's what goes into that copy. And again, each, sort of automation here is based on scenarios of different types. And I'm just sharing one with you here. And essentially this email basically confirms that they entered the webinar and that there is a next step by going to actually the replay if they didn't. And by the way, the ability to tag this through automation behavior is totally cool. So you don't want to send out emails to folks who have, done what you wanted them to do versus not. This is where that sort of behavioral dynamic response system can be built out. But again, here we're going straight up simple, guys and gals. Notification, an email goes out. Now here's where it gets interesting, right? In Active Campaign, you have different conditions and workflow. And so what I did here is I actually clicked on that menu option right now. And there's if else, there's split, there's go to. You can kick off another automation, etc. You can do some webhooks is more of a programming bit, right? But you can hit the wait here, and it's going to say wait for a specific period of time, wait until conditions are met. Very cool. What I did is I just said wait for 1 day, because essentially what the system is doing is stop sending emails in this sequence until 1 day later, and then I send another email out that basically says, hey, appreciate you joining the webinar. If you didn't get the framework for, in this case, it's about events, well, this PDF is yours. It is a free gift, and here is the link to the download, right? So that's the second thing that happens here. Now, I'm actually starting to build this out even further, and we're going to be doing a little bit more of a detailed automation piece for the next sort of level of steps here. But as you can see, this idea that you have a subscriber is not new. That you can add those to a database is not new, but perhaps in your business you are just too sort of I was going to say the word lazy, but of course you're not. You're just simply, you have too much to do, and so your attention on this has been less than what you probably would like it to be, which is now all about automation and how you set up these conditions for firing off emails over time. And so that's what I wanted to alert you to today in terms of increasing your productivity and also attract more business to you, right? Because many of these folks who come through, especially at the top of the funnel, they're interested parties. They may not have heard about you. I talk a lot about this know, like, and trust bit. So here's a chance for you to share more information and more detail about your business, how you can help them really primarily, and of course, add goodwill to the marketplace for those folks who are simply probably not going to be buyers initially. They will value everything that you do and look forward to your emails that are of value, right? Not of spam. And that's the key. We don't want to create a system of spam or, annoying pest. I often talk about this, right? So here's where also you have a chance to, if it's appropriate, again, based on the chain of events, sending out a survey of what they would like to see. Now, in this particular automation, I wouldn't do that, but we have a larger list here. We have the chance to just simply say, based on, geo factors or certain conditions in segments, send out that survey to ask them, what they want to see, what products they're looking for, what some of their challenges are or struggles that they'd like fixed, right? So you get a much better sense of the pulse of your audience straight from your lists. So again, just wanted to show you this here today. And I call this Friday footage, just simply because I'm going to be showing you, like we did here today, a demonstration. So really, step one, consider getting your automation in order. Consider step two, consider setting this up for a better sort of triggered approach based on behavior. And thirdly, hey, what systems are you using out there right now? I mean, are you using ActiveCampaign perhaps? Or are you using Infusionsoft or HubSpot or Marketo? Many different systems. I mentioned Aweber as well. What are you using? I'd love to hear from you and find out. Please add a comment to that effect, and let's see what's happening out in the marketplace. Love to hear feedback from you all. I know that I post here daily, and some of you all have been very friendly to share and contact me directly. I'm trying to move up the commenting and the sharing as well, but really this is about firstly adding value to you and to be able to share these things so that you can take next steps and improve your business and ultimately your life. So, hey, I appreciate you joining Friday Footage today. And hey, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Take it easy, guys and gals.
Hi, my name is Rognerud. I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website with Entrepreneur Press and McGraw-Hill out in the bookstores now. I am excited that you're here.